Day, get this camera here situated. Man, where your energy at today, people? This is 2022. I want to just keep giving you that deep down information that actually, is helping me or stuff I'm just finding out. And it's semen retention. For the last couple of months, my body has been not written wanting sex, but it wants to keep in the semen. Even if I was indulging in sex, I would try not to ejaculate, try to hold that. I had no idea why my body was going through that. I was watching Beyond Alchemy, and he was kind of breaking down what it was doing. And for me, being labeled, not being labeled, but having 13 concussions, my mental health still stirred from that post-concussion syndrome. So that's a nervous issue. So the more sex I'm having, the more my nervous system is being thrown off. And just like myself and other dudes, we use sex as therapy. So if I was feeling low self-esteem, I wasn't feeling valued. I wasn't feeling appreciated. I didn't feel like I was being seen. So I would want to have sex. So this other person under me, I would give them pleasure, and that would give me back value. But all that doing is I'm giving them value. But when I ejaculate and I come, my semen is released, and now I'm tired. I'm lethargic. I can't think straight. I'm trying to understand what's going on. Understanding what semen control, semen retention is doing is basically giving your your energy wheels the fluid that it needs to heal itself without just getting rid of. You might have 4, 5 times a day, and as you're doing that, you're slowly depleting yourself and that's throwing your nervous system off. And the main thing when that nervous system is thrown off, your crown chakra won't be able to handle what your ancestors are trying to feed to you. Also, our solar plex, our emotional furnace, the biggest energy wheel, the biggest chakra that we have, that deals with emotions. Us as fellas, we're never taught as young men how to deal with our emotions. And like myself, I turned to sex to deal with my emotions. And but what that did was that did not allow my sacral chakra, which deal with emotional imbalance, meaning I can't speak truly about how I feel. Because as a young human with melanated skin, we were taught not to show any weakness. And so me speaking about emotionally how I felt, that would not allow my emotional body to grow to gain the attention of my consciousness to release itself. So now we're just what? Chasing women. Trying to have sex as much as we can, different positions, how long we can last. But once that's over and we ejaculate, now oh that's done. We want them to get from around us, and now we wanted a moment and they want a lifetime, because we feel so our feeling so empty on the inside, and I felt like all our worth was just sex and pleasure, and so now the body is so used to that dopamine high that when you're not doing it, it go through withdrawals. My dreams have been stupid. Like I had a dream of the night that a guy tried to rape me. It felt so real. Like his penis became hard and it jugged me in my stomach. So me as I woke up, I'm thinking like, man, who do I have to go kill? Like who do I have to go find and tie a truck to a tree, tie one part of his body to a tree, other part to his head, and slowly pull him apart. I had to pause, I had to breathe and become present and realize it was only a dream. But once again, the body is a subconscious mind. That shit felt real as hell. I felt violated. I'm like, oh God, a man finna rape me? Like, wow. And I tried to get away and I couldn't. He was stronger than the motherfucker. He told me, man, look, I keep the rock coral clean. I'm the strongest motherfucker here. Don't resist. I'm trying to resist. I'm trying to resist. And I couldn't get out of it. When I woke up and did my research, it's a part of us that we're resisting. A lot of time as men, we're resisting the female energy. We want to go date a chick and go hang out with a chick to feed that feminine energy outside of ourselves. The same way we want to date a chick outside of ourselves, Date your inside feminine energy. The same way you laugh, the same way you kiki, do that with yourself. I found out myself, your feminine energy inside of you is getting jealous of you're not paying no attention. And that feminine energy is being flexible. Let's think about this right here. If you think about a dick, it's hard. Most dudes are dick because they try to be hard. But most pussy is soft. It's flexible. It's malleable. It goes with the flow. As dudes, we taught not to be pussy. We taught not to be soft. But you gotta realize it's a center between soft and hard that makes it such pleasure. Same thing in you. You can be a dick, but when you gonna take a chance to be a pussy to be soft? And times that for the record, pussies are way stronger than dicks because they have kids. The way they contract, allow that baby hair to come out of there, a dickhead can't do that, man. So get off this ego shit, man. Like for real, for real, for real. We can't take pain. Us as melanated men, we're not used to pain. Women can do that. Women are the key component to actually helping us see our feminine side. Cause relationship is really to show you the stuff you need to work on within yourself. It's not for romance. It's for spiritual growth that you can allow a trauma to come up and you heal it. We're looking for a relationship to give us to fill that void inside of ourselves or to give ourselves something we can't give ourselves. And then when we do get it and when it stops, it's a situation because it's based on unconditional love. Have a relationship with that masculine, and if you're a woman, have that relationship with that masculine energy inside yourself and center the two. That's the yin and the yang. If you're a male, balance your female energy sometimes just by being flexible. Not trying to be hard all the time. It got to be your way. Listen before you respond sometimes. Allow your emotional body to express yourself. If we don't, that leads to a kidney issue. Our emotional body leads to our kidney. Then our sacral chakra leads to our emotional body and our kidneys. So we're not allowed to express ourselves, to actually truly have a relationship that we truly can use our words and truly are allowed to feel how we feel as it passes through, just like the same way we're the sky and the clouds pass through the sky. If we're not in an atmosphere that allows that to happen, and you're not doing semen retention and you having all this extra sex and you're not going to bed at night the right times, you're not eating the correct way, you're not breathing the right way, you're not exercising, I can see why you dealing with anxiety. I can see why you're depressed because you're sitting in your mind. Semen retention isn't about the physical. It's about setting yourself from a spiritual standpoint. So we feed the body so much with sex, with food, with sugars, with drinking, with smoke, whatever it is, we feed that body so much. With come on, with semen retention for me, it's about semen control. I'm good. What's up, God? Okay, good. Hey, have a wonderful day, man. All right, man. Yep. So, let's know how live we are. Just got a package. You know what I'm saying? So, semen retention, it's helping you develop your spiritual body because it has nothing to do with nobody else. You don't have to perform. You don't, and that's another thing too. When you come into sex, you run by. You can have performance anxiety. You hoping that you please this male, this female, or this male if women watching, your way. Now that's almost pressure on you too. Hope I don't ejaculate too fast. So with semen retention, you're able to take all that energy and put it back on you. I'm not saying it's simple, but it's honoring your true God or God itself with semen retention. Women on this 1,000%. But man, I want to understand what it's doing to our nervous system. I never masturbated like that. So I always needed a woman to be around me in my mind because now that made me codependent on something outside of myself. So we codependent on women just for physical pleasures. We have to readjust our relationship that we're having with the opposite sex. We need to put our women back on the pedestal that they need to be on, not just a sex object because they butt so big or they got nice voluptuous lips and breasts. No, man, they're way more than that. When we start respecting ourselves and then we start respecting our women, not just for sexual, just for our sexual tools, through semen retention, it's helping me to analyze situation and make the proper adjustment according to each situation. Like the Buddha said, if you're on your spiritual path and you find another Buddha, kill him. That means if your destiny is pre-written, it's not for you. You write your destiny with each breath. You write your destiny with each step. You are the writer and the director of your world. Don't let outside things influence you so much you start believing that and you forget who and what you are. It happens. It's not here to judge you. Just here to help you kind of throw you a rope to kind of give you a self-evaluation check. Like, am I feeling down? Or is life really joyful to me? Am I always angry? Am I super aggressive? Do I get defensive very easy? Like it's a I call it a natural knee-jerk response. You might not want to do it, but it's happening. That's the effect. Allow me to help you see the cause of this. That's why I sit down with you. We look at your childhood trauma. We look at your environment. I take you through the 8 steps of wellness that we check off everything. Your social wellness. Who are you talking to that allows you to be you? How's your finances? Like, is your environment is welcoming? Is it loving? Is it nurturing? How's your emotional wellness? How's your physical wellness? Are you at least walking around your block? What occupation are you doing? Do you feel like what you're doing is serving your purpose? Not just to pay bills, that nice car. Internally, do you feel like you can be doing more? I ain't saying leave your job, but I feel like I walked up my job at the school board because I felt like I was way worth more than what they was paying me. And that helped me become an entrepreneur full time. Sometimes situations happen for us to become our own CEO. Stop trying to be a boss. A boss means stupid son of a bitch backwards. Be your own CEO. And for me, that's constantly evolving oneself. Constantly evolve yourself every day to that last breath leave your body to be the best you possible. Stop judging yourself. Stop giving yourself these astronomical goals that you never can reach. That give yourself more anxiety. Anxiety is pressure from within. Stress is pressure from without. We need a little pressure, but we don't need pressure from the outside and unnecessary anxiety from the inside throwing us off. Our harmonic balance. That's what helped me become a Reiki master. My energy wheels, my chakra was off balance, especially my sacral chakra, my flow, my femininity. Well, I had to have an experience, meaning I got my son. I was blessed to get my son full custody of my son when he was 6 months old. That allowed me to care for something greater than myself. That allowed my sacred chakra to now become active. I had to be. It wasn't about me no more. My life was dedicated to something greater than me, which was him. So if I'm hanging out, I'm drinking, I'm smoking, I'm in the strip club. Yeah, and he had asthma real bad, so I could be hanging out in the Mint and Dade, and I get a phone call. My son in the ER. So now all that's over. If I'm on a date, I gotta go drop her back off. He was first priority. So that helped me get back into flow. That helped me get out of my aggression. That helped me get rid of some of that anger. Because I didn't want him to be traumatized the same way I was traumatized. I didn't want him to be misled as a young human of melanin skin tone being raised in this country right here. Understanding your position, understanding what you are, understanding how to move appropriately. We don't move with aggression. We move with love. We move with respect. We're not trying to. We're not here to disrupt anything. What we're here to is disrupt the internal so-called warfare that we're growing through. It's that masculine and feminine energy in you that you can't reconcile. Synchronize them. Stop fighting it. If you're being, it has to be this way, no other way. That's being very masculine, and females can be the same exact way too. Just because this physical body is a male, I have a penis that makes him a male, but we have both energy on the inside. We are so much greater than this physical body, but we're so caught in our mind, we're not even able to feel the spirit on the inside. So with semen retention, is able to help you feel what that mind trying to trick you on. Because if it's saying you want a woman, you don't have no erection. That's not true. So semen retention helps you get back in your body and feel. Because the secret is feeling. When we're able to sit in our body and feel what it's feeling, and then say, hey, okay, I'm gonna follow you. Show me what's the cause of it. When we get to the cause of that feeling, we say, you know what? Thank you for the ride. I appreciate it. Can you release me from your energetic hold? I no longer need to be in survival mode. The limbic system. When we're able to sustain semen retention, we're able to actually get in that limbic system. We're able actually to heal your nervous system if you're doing this intentionally. We're not doing semen retention because we mad at women. No, we're not saying that. I love women to death, but I love me more. So in order for me to be better for a woman in a relationship, let me be better for myself first. Let me have my own table. I'm bringing to you so you have your own table. That means healing that old trauma that causes that drama. When you're in that mud, understanding what it is. Have a relationship with yourself first. Understand what brings you joy. Understand what brings you bliss. And when you understand that, you can understand what you can and what you can't heal with. You follow me? What you can't heal. We have to, I stop looking for love outside of myself. That's a chase. It's not guaranteed. I start finding love within myself. That's joy. That's guaranteed that I'm going to find love within myself. I had to love myself whole, meaning accept myself just how I am on my wonderful days, on my joyful days, on my low energy days. I love myself regardless because I'm not going to be that way always. Our moods are like clothes. We got plenty of clothes in our closets. And we got plenty of moods in our characteristics. So when one show up, why we so surprised? Why we wanna hide from it? Release yourself from your guilt. That semen retention is helping me to actually pull myself out of my thinking and place me back in my body. It's helping me become the master over my thinking, not my thinking the master of me. Semen retention for me is helping give me that spiritual fuel I need for that fire and that solar plex to burn all them old emotions. I'm no longer looking at myself as traumatized. I'm no longer using sex for my therapy. I'm using my semen to heal myself from the inside out. I'm using it for clarity. I'm using it to cleanse my temple so my ancestors can pour in me the blessings and insight that we need to exhale and wake our people up as a whole. We need the knowledge that we need to understand who we are as an essence, as a people, as a spiritual people, and know who you are as an African with a K and not a C. Semen retention is helping me wake up to my deeper divine self because now I'm no longer because when we also remember now we don't want to knock the urge to have sex. I'm not saying that. That also urges also to create something. It could create your next life path. It could create your next business. It could create your next journey. So don't look at it. We don't look at it. I'm not looking at it, nor do I want you to look at it as a bad thing. I don't want you to point your finger and say I shouldn't be doing that. No. You just want to be able to show your body that you're paying attention to it and get out your mind. And when you do that, that angst that I used to have within myself, it definitely has slowly dissipated. It left my body. Like I don't wake up angst like I got hurt and do this and I gotta hurt and do that. I gotta rush to talk before somebody cut me off. I don't feel that way anymore. I used to because I was coming from a low vibration belief system, trying to get the world's accolade, trying to get the world to set up for my stuff. Like, yeah, you can do that. But now that I recognize the universe has chosen me as an instrument to show how to walk a different spiritual path based on your rhythm, based on what's comfortable for you, based on the laws of my art, based on life, just based on life, and so many other things. So if our consciousness is life, what you think our subconscious gonna feel? Life. If you focus on death, what you think your subconscious gonna be on death? Invest in yourself with semen retention. And the thing about it is, when you're having such a good time, that's some of the best times you want to have sex, not just when you're bored. So if you truly want to grow spiritually, if you truly want to get in tune with yourself, work on semen retention. Also mental abstinence too. Don't be lusting in your mind. So stop lusting in the body. Stop, start releasing semen from the body And stop also, and also have mental abstinence. Stop lusting. All of that's wasting energy. I'm an energy investor. Look at your thoughts as investments. Look at your as you release semen, that's an investment too. And what are you putting your stock into? What do you invest? Are you getting paid back on your dividends? Is it making sense? Are you investing in liabilities, or are you dealing in assets? You are an investor. Your stock is your energy. So that's why I ask you, where your energy at? And see where it's at. If it's in your heart, it's not caught up in your mind, your ego, you can allow yourself to feel that body and then release it. You'll be amazed where your life can go. With the semen control, with meditation, with exercise, plenty of hydration, alkaline water with local honey. So not just about semen retention, it's about what you're doing with it. Are you reading? Are you feeding your soul? Are you hoping something will come out the sky? Because you're going to be surprised when you realize that you are a God, you are a goddess, and it ain't happen because you ain't do it. So what if the world waiting for something to happen, and you waiting too, but you the one that's supposed to be doing it? You gotta get up, get out, and get something. Don't waste all your time sitting there meditating. Meditate, get the vision, and move on. Semen retention, man. That's where it's at for me. 2022. Loving myself unconditionally from the inside out. Any questions, any comments, put them down low. Anything you want to discuss, I definitely make a video about it. Let's share this. You're not on a journey by yourself. Let's have a. It's only we don't need 10%. So you part of 10% who understand what's going on. Let's have a conversation. You can inbox me. It could be personal. You're not alone, man. When you find somebody you can have a conversation with, using your true vocabulary, talking about non-linear, linear. We could talk about. You could talk about anything that you choose to talk about freely. That's your social wellness. We need that to be able to speak our emotions out. If it don't, it turns to cancer inside you. Because you can't speak freely. You're trying to pretend that you good. You don't know how you feeling when you're feeling. Because you can't speak your emotion freely without the fear of being judged. You hurting yourself. If you can't talk about it, write about it. Be your own therapist. Just write about it. And when I get through writing about it, I read it back to myself. Then I burn it to release it. So when I'm writing about it, it's putting it outside of me. That helps. You can't talk about it, write about it. When you get done with it, burn it up. Self therapy, man. Don't nobody know you better than you. Meta cognitive therapy. The small thoughts. Be cognitive of how they make your body respond. Your body is your subconscious mind. Marry your conscious mind and marry your subconscious and become one and synchronized. For me right now, the way through, the last thing that transform, understanding why my body wanted semen retention and synchronizing it with it. Namaste Thug. And also check out the website, man. www.namastethug.com. Man, this I got a hotline on there. If you're going through something, hit that button. We got a free 15-minute session. If you're feeling lonely, if you're feeling dangerous, if you feel like you don't deserve to be here, you're not alone, man. NamasteThug.com. Hit that button. That little text in the bottom. It comes to my phone. We can have a conversation. Like, trust me. Just because you feel like other people don't want you to be here, if you do take your life, you will be missed. And sometimes we do this just for attention. That's the wrong type of attention. Call somebody who truly loves you, who not gonna sugarcoat it, give you toxic positivity, but gonna set your shit straight for you. And they say, man, fuck it. Feel that unclogged knowingness for your internal transformation. Stop fighting it. Stop resisting it. Wellness, man. Love yourself unconditionally. Semen retention. Namaste Thug. True heart under God. Peace.